there, but that doesn't do anything. So I chose light block. Now I have to do a little bit of editing here and there of all the different light levels, because if I actually change the time to night, you'll notice though that this is somehow very, very bright. Mind you, this area should be a little bit bright. Technically, this entire area around here should be a little bit brighter than normal. Not because of the soul lanterns, but because, like, I'm going to be putting shroom lights underneath the moss carpet, though. Okay, well, apparently you were... Oh, wait, I have night vision on, don't I? Clear. Yeah, so as you'll know, like, this is very dark and moody, which is kind of like what it's supposed to be. And then you have bright, shiny grass over here. Like, what? Like, there's nothing over here that would generate that kind of light. So I'm going to go change this into being at least a little bit darker. Kind of thing. So that should be kind of fun and easy to kind of manage. And down here is where all my axolotls are going to go. So I can't change these blocks, because if I were to change that... Oh, that's kind of weird. That's not supposed to be that way. Anyway... So, like, I can't change this because this is from the original build, so we're just gonna leave it where it is. That's from the original base kind of thing. But all this stuff, yeah, like, this is all... Hang on, why is this place darker? Oh, because it would interfere with the outside. I get it now. And because it's supposed to be like a lush cave kind of thing, I think it's fine. I gotta change the ceiling, gotta change all this stuff to fit more of what the biome is kind of thing, though. But, yeah. This is the Axolotl Sanctuary, so it's going to be very easy to kind of maneuver and manage around. And while technically I shouldn't have done all of that all those changes, though, I think it's okay. Like, I'm not going to say anything, are you? And this is all mycelium. This is just so that I have an area specifically for, like, mycelium stuff. That's all this is. Just a really long tunnel of mycelium that's not completely full. For whatever reason. Anyway. This is light block center, right? 10. There's 10 everywhere. Because why is this darker than it should be? Hang on. Huh. That's weird. Anyway, yeah. So I gotta go through all that nonsense and stuff. That should be a lot of fun. Oh, yes, Arcanix is actually working. And not only that, I should technically get that stuff finished. So yeah, so what I also did what I did as an extra thing is that I changed all of the surface of the water lights to red sand. Just so that way, though, like, if I were to place down a dolphin, it would actually be able to, like, jump. I think light blocks are preventing them from jumping. I don't necessarily see them dying, but I see that they don't jump. They just to say, like, they poke their little head out, and then that's it. They, like, poke... It's like as if, like, you're working underwater, and you go, all right, I got some air, let's go down here. Like, you're just to say, like, you're bobbing in the water kind of thing. You're just to say, like, you're bobbing your head a little bit like this, getting enough air, then you're going back down, working on whatever you're doing, then you're going back up, bobbing your head there, yeah. So I gotta change the light levels of at least the surface stuff. I don't necessarily care about the cliffs nearly as much. Like, who's gonna really care if, hang on, the back area is much better because there's not much area to kind of work with, though. I say work with, but I mean, like, there's not much, like, there's a lot better locations to kind of prime for it. Like, who's going to care if this platform right over here is brighter than their other ones? Like, who's going to really care? like, I wouldn't necessarily, I would kind of care a little bit, but, like, yeah, like, look at this. Like, who's going to care that this little cliff area is brighter than that cliff over there? Like, I'm not going to do it. But if, like, I'm going to go around here kind of thing, we'll reduce the light level. If these are all 13, going to reduce them all down to, like, maybe, I think 1 makes a lot of sense kind of thing. Going to get rid of all the snow layers, replace them with 1 light level kind of thing. and so on and so forth. So there's that. Yeah, the base also has the lowest because it doesn't need to be very bright. This just needs to prevent mobs from spawning. So, like, a zombie shouldn't spawn in here. Now, I will be doing a test. Right now, I'm currently on, I think I'm currently on peaceful, I think? Yeah. But I will be changing it to hard and seeing if a mob does actually spawn. I'm not going to be doing it in survival, of course. I'm going to be doing it in creative, but I'm definitely going to do that. And we're going to see what we're going to be able to manage with that. Oh, the room up here is supposed to be brighter. Did it change my room settings here? It did. Okay, this is supposed to be brighter than 1. But I can do that on my own time. It's not that big of a deal. Everything else is fine, though. And, like, all this area is all pretty good. I think this is, like, 10, yeah. I was going to say 5, but 10 sounds about right. I think this is the bare minimum of 1, yeah. Again, most of the stuff is like 1 kind of thing. And because this is like surgical, not, well, I don't want to say this area is surgical, but like this area needs to be bright. I think I made this one 10. I can easily change this to 14. I don't want to use 15 for anything, so there's only 2 light levels I'm not using, or that I shouldn't be using, which is 15, because that's supposed to replace all of the glowstone, and 7, and that's just so that like I have a light level that I can edit with, kind of thing. It's my red sand equivalent, which is kind of like what I've been using for all this stuff. And, oh yeah, technically this hasn't updated to include that stuff yet. There's my sea lantern. Okay, well I have to go and change all the maps. Anyway, so over here is, again, probably another like 10 or whatever kind of thing. Yeah, not really changing much of the interior, mostly just like changing all of this. I gotta put item frames down here. But yeah, not really changing much of anything. Again, I haven't changed any of the interiors dramatically. Mostly just the light level. I love the dim setting kind of thing, because the light level makes it seem like it's ambient light kind of thing. And of course, because there's like glass roof over here kind of thing, when it turns daytime, it's much more magical kind of thing. Although this area, I don't know if I edited it. I think I might have tried, but I don't think I did a good job. Also, I don't know what to put over here anyway. That's kind of the one thing I don't really have. I think over here has the ambient of 1 kind of thing, but I might change this to like be like 3 or something like that, just so that this area pops a little bit more. But yeah. Yeah, over here obviously has like higher light level. This has a light level. I had to redo the torches or the signs kind of thing. I think I did them by hand. And as you can see though, this is actually what the player head was supposed to be. I put everything back to the way it was. I think all the plants are what they should be. If not, if I'm missing a few, I can put them back. Okay, so these are actually like one of the cool things that I wanted to do, which is that I wanted to put. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to fix that if I really want to. Anyway, so this is going to be where I put like extras of the crafting tables and stuff like that. So if I could put like a smithing table here, a shulker box there, kind of thing. Like this is what all this is supposed to be. So this is here only temporarily. There is actually a way that you can actually put iron trap doors like this permanently without needing it to be powered. I do have the command saved somewhere. I just didn't know if it worked in 1.12. Not only that, I didn't know if it would be able to port over to this version completely with that same setting. So ignore the redstone blocks pretty much. They're not there for that reason, but there you go. Ooh, I could put like a little table plant here. And I could put a lamp here too. Ooh, ideas. And over here, this area should be pretty bright, I think. I tried to make it, I think, as bright as possible. 12, yeah, 12. Pretty good. It's the third highest light level that I'm putting down. Although I could change it to 14. Again, nothing's gonna change. I still gotta put that little table thing over here. And this is gonna be where I store all my research materials kind of thing. And the cool thing about this room is that for lore reasons, what this room is supposed to be is that it can quarantine itself. So in the case of the skulk kind of thing, if it were to try to spread, mind you, I don't think it can spread to any of these blocks, but if it were to be able to do that, I could be able to click a button on this keyboard, lock it down, and it will never be able to leave this room. Like, that's pretty much what this room is supposed to be, and I think that's like a cool idea kind of thing. And yes, I will be adding a skulk area. I just don't know where I want to put it yet. And same thing with an amethyst geode. I have ideas, but I need to see what an amethyst geode looks somewhat complete. Here's a little entertainment area. I can add things here if I really want to. I'm thinking putting paintings here. Just to liven it up, though. I'm going to change all these trapdoors, though. Now that I have a better, like, selection. Like, look at this selection that I have here. It's, like, way better than, like, what I had before. Like, look at this. Look at this selection of different trapdoors I can use all over the place instead of this one. It's not a bad looking one. It's just like, I'd like to have variety on like my chairs kind of thing. Okay, so I like these chairs a lot because they look like you can actually like, while you stand kind of thing, you're not standing too tall on them. So it's really good. And here's your TV with the cool painting. I like it. I like it. And then I think this area hasn't changed either. Yeah. Although I think it's brighter than the other areas. 10? No, it's 10. It's 10. I wish not all of them would spawn in instantly. Or at the very least when you get rid of it. So by that I mean like as soon as you do this kind of thing, it all vanishes completely. It takes a few seconds and it's like, oh right, yeah, we're supposed to be hidden. There you go. It's a bit weird. I gotta go through this hallway. I've been procrastinating about doing this hallway. I've been worried about other things, kind of thing. And over here, I want to avoid the little workshop area behind me. I want to show off how cool it looks with its light level. Although I think I might want to make this area a little bit brighter. What level is it? 5? I'll go maybe a crisp 11 might be pretty cool for this area. Because this is supposed to be brighter. I think this is still the 5. Yeah, it's still 5. So I'll go for more. I think you can put this in the offhand and it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't work for some odd reason. Anyway, so here's Arcanix. Yeah. I got Arcanix in here. Fully working and everything. The only thing is that like I don't have it doing the thing I want it to do, so it's still using barriers here. But that's excusable for right now though, because I literally just did this today. Like a few hours ago, I literally just did this. And for some odd reason, it did something really weird. And I wanted to mention that too. Yeah, you can see what I was trying to do here. Okay. I want to see if it's going to do it here again. No, it didn't do it again. Weird. Anyway. So Arcanix did something really weird where when I clicked on this sign, when I first moved it, nothing happened. I went, okay, that's kind of an odd behavior, but you know what, whatever, kind of thing. Maybe I thought for some odd reason it broke, so I'm like, okay, it's not going to work. That's okay. I don't really care. So I went around and I checked this one. So I went, okay, so like, okay, that's closed, that's open. So I'm like, okay, this one works perfectly fine. So I went back over here, did this, still nothing happened. So I went, okay, that's kind of weird. So I went and saw like if I could put blocks here, if it would actually do anything. And it did. It put, like, I literally put 3 quartz blocks, so like one here, and one out more. And when I did this, or I think I deleted them because I think this did nothing, and I deleted them and did this, only this part appeared. So I thought that was really odd behavior. So then I just completely filled this area in with quartz kind of thing. And then now works. So that's cool. And then over here, no, okay. Here it is. I love this area. It looks so good. I did change the floor. I think this floor looks a lot better than what I had originally. But look at this place. Mwah! Perfect. Looks good. The ceiling is ruining it, but the ceiling kind of needs to create a lot of light, so I guess it makes sense, though. This is 5. And I think for a big area like this, it looks amazing. It looks so good. And you can tell, and you can see the varicles here. It looks so good. So here's the original. And here's like the edgier version of it. I might want to take a second look at the block palette here, but here's what it is in all of its dark glory, pretty much. I pretty much tried to make sure that like it's a 1-for-1 kind of thing. So like this block pretty much is like the chiseled stone brick kind of thing, and then this, the tiles, replaces the stone brick kind of thing. And obviously you can tell by the tracks I kind of put some like cool liberties kind of thing. I think this looks kind of cool for it. And for this specifically, I changed the treads between, I think it's Blackstone and the Deep Slate bricks. I think it looks really, really cool. The only thing I have to do on these two is I have to disable the guns because they will work. And I gotta disable them so that while they're here, you can't explode the area. So yeah, so this area still works as intended. This area, I think I changed the walls. Not completely, but wait. Why are these like this? Okay, no, wait, okay. So I just need to change that? Not a big deal. I can do that on my own. I can do that behind the scenes. So yeah, so like this area, I'm going to change that to the deep slate bricks kind of thing. I might change this area to have a few cracked ones here and there though, but you know what? For now, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to be changing this to the smithing table. 4 smithing tables. A little overkill, but you know what? It's going to look really cool. And over here, yeah, this area. So I had to change this area a little bit, and I realized I had to change Rosaria Base's area, but give me a second and I will explain. So, I changed this to be at least a little bit more uniform and make it look at least a little bit more beautiful. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have decreased the height of this room. But anyway, that's beside the point. So pretty much I changed this area to be at least a little bit more uniform, and I had to change it to be at least a little bit more uniform for both sides, because that's kind of what it's supposed to be. So Sercacraft can be put on this side or this side if needed, or Sercacraft can go on this side or this side if needed. That's kind of what it is. So both of these are supposed to be facing out that way so that you can go in there. The redstone lamps are supposed to be magma, but because I didn't like magma at that given time, I used redstone lamps. Anyway, it's fine. The bottom area down here never needed to change, by the way. Like, this area was perfect. It was just the top area. It just needed to be one more block out on the left and the right. I don't think